Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer sporting questions from the chat, mostly on the Premier League. International break is over. Premier League season has resumed. Fixtures have gone on this weekend. Manchester City battering Manchester United 3-0 in the Manchester Derby. That is the main talking point. Chelsea dropped points late in the West London derby against Brentford, conceding a last-minute goal. Liverpool leaving it late. Also, stoppage time winner to win at Burnley. Arsenal with a comfortable victory against Nottingham Forest. Spurs also beating West Ham as well, people. So if you've got any questions on any of them Premier League games I've just spoke about, or any other games, people, get your questions in. If you're a member of the channel, your question takes priority like a super chat. So if you're a member or you're kind enough to super chat, I will star your question and I'll make sure I get to it. Link is in the pinned comment, people. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Big up to everyone who just joined over from the raid from Jamal TV, people. Shouts to Jamal. Big up Saeed as well. So big up everyone who's joined over from over there. Big up to anyone who's watching this back or anybody who was already here. Run up the likes though. When you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax. So whether you live here or you're passing through, pay the tax, people. Like check 1212, like check 1212. So hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials at Yes It's Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at Yes It's Flawless on Twitter and Instagram, people. And just as important, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well, people. Also, go follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Shout out to Warrior J in the chat. I don't even want to hear about him. I don't even want to hear about Amarim's comments. I'm not even going to lie. I don't even want to hear what it is. To Jake, who says Sesko is a baller, stop the hate. Who was hating on Sesko? I missed this. Vikran, big up to you, says his manager insults are intelligent. Big up to Luke, Tyrell Gunner, David as well. Big up Jason. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Kingsman, big up in the chat as well. Where we are at, big up to you. Congratulations on the win as well. God AEM, KO. Of course, my G, Don C, if you want the link, let me know as well. Venetia, big up every single time. Love to see you in the chat. Flawless, when do you think Amarim will be sacked? After the Spurs game. I still stand by that. The only thing that I've changed is the Brentford and Sunderland games. Because I don't think we ain't beating Chelsea. I don't think we beat Brentford. I think we'll beat Sunderland and then that will save, quote unquote, save his job. And then that quartet after that with Liverpool away, Brighton at home, Forest away, Spurs away. That's the end. He shouldn't be in the job now, to be honest. He shouldn't be. But anyways, let me bring the gang on, people. You know what I'm saying? Fats is in the building, Jez is in the building, Ryan's in the building. What you man telling me, man? What's good?
Yeah, good, man. I just done.
Yeah, good, man.
I just done a treadmill today, man. I'm so knackered now.
Oh, geez, what? You getting the fitness? You in the gym, yeah?
Yeah, man. But I mean, in the next few days, man. Like,
so you trying to look good for the German girl? I hear it.
No. Hey, relax.
Hey, can you turn down your mic as well?
Yeah,
turn down your mic. Hella loud, man. This guy, yo. You was last on Lewis's stream, wasn't you? But yeah, big up everyone in the chat. Harry, big up as well. Says, yo, we're so horrible to watch. Yeah, awful, dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Hey, campaigning for Manchester United wins, don't get misunderstood. I'm just saying I think we win the game. But if someone says we're not, I'm not gonna argue you down.
Well, I'll send it. I'll send it to him.
Oh, send it to Don C. Yeah, appreciate it.
What are you saying though?
Yeah, man, I'm blessed. You lot get your questions in the chat, so I don't have to hear from this lot. I ain't really trying to hear from this lot, respectfully.
I mean, shit. We can talk about different other things than United.
Yeah,
you kind of know what it is about United.
I'm gonna want to in it, so we'll get to it. I'm just being over there. I'm being dramatic.
Hey, man, just
don't
make me
good,
man. Just
what you say?
We don't want to get you make more angry because of this chat trying to rattle you, innit?
No. It's calm. Like I'm gone beyond being angry. I'm not angry about it. I'm just. That's what I'm looking for. I'm angry about it when I talk about it, like in certain instances. More. Here we go. My anger is more towards the board than the actual manager itself. The anger is more towards the criticism I received for criticizing this manager. Jez was there. He knows. He was inside that first day. I was saying people can go and watch back again from earlier on in the season and at the start of the season and the criticism I received for being critical of this manager.
There were niggas There were niggas in the chat. There were niggas in the chat that were getting angry at you for defending. They would defend their mothers on their mother's life. They would defend Tesco when they have never watched Tesco.
Yeah, that's the craziest part. And even with him today, go on, fam. Go on.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Anybody in the chat that's trying to defend that dude, bro, I'm not even gonna have a time flaws. Just keep the stepping, bro. Keep the comment stepping. You guys can argue with the wall today. That nigga ain't that good, bro. And I tried to tell you that guy is not that good. I'm sorry. Me and Steve, we was out here looking like a backcourt in the NBA, point guard and shooting guard. No, telling y'all about Sesko. Sesko plays small forward. You know what I'm saying? He's a front foot. He plays in the front court. He should be playing in the front court rather than the football field at this stage right now.
Yeah.
But hey ho, man.
Nah, I hear it. I hear exactly what you're saying in that. You lot run up the likes as well, man. Run up the likes. And with Sesko, even though he's being set up to fail, this is why I wanted someone for now. As poor as Mbeumo was today, he was poor. Impact. You don't have to worry about him adapting to the league. You don't have to worry about him adapting to the country and a lifestyle and all these, because he's been here. Even though, like I said,
you think Mbeumo was poor? I thought he was your best player.
There you go. Yeah, he was probably the best player, but we lost 3-0, right?
You can still be poor. You can
same way if Max turned around and said, "Hey, you know what? Ahmad was your best player," or if he said Bayende was, or Jez said, "Hey, it was Euro," or Maz, I'd go Fairs. Like, I'm not going to argue for when we've lost 3-0.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Was he our best attacker? Yeah, he was one of the better ones, and I don't think he was good to the level he can be at.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like,
I don't really.
His making is he could still have even though he's even in being a poor performance, he can still have impact. He's still involved.
Yeah,
Sesko did nothing. That's not all on him. I more blame the manager, but you still have to be held accountable. Sorry, Jez, go on.
No, I was saying, like, I never really get the point of when people say, like, yeah, but you were still your best player. You guys still lost the game, like, by quite a lot of margin, and it wasn't even like it was a game where City had to play like amazingly to be great as well. Like, for me, that's even worse. You brought our best player. No, that's my point though. So I'm saying you was our best player and you still couldn't, because let's be honest, he didn't do anything. It's not like he was better than the rest, maybe, but he still didn't do anything of note to the point where, like, I can praise that and that and that about that.
Probably
he was close to.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. So it's like for me, it's like very
good. That's it.
Maybe it's just me because I'm quite harsh, as you know me. When we did the Tottenham West Ham game, which I want to speak about later anyway, if that's an opportunity again.
Yeah, of course.
But I'll be honest, I'm a quite harsh critique, and I don't think anybody was good for United. I'm gonna keep it on it.
Yeah, you ain't go here. Even if I think you're being harsh on certain players, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to argue you down because we lost the game overall. So even if I thought, let's say you're saying, oh, such and such was horrendous, and I go, nah, I think he was just average. I'm not going to argue you down on that because we lost the game.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing about it. We lost the match.
It does speak
go on.
It does speak volume how bad United were, because I actually thought when I was watching the game today, I thought it was just two crap teams playing each other. That's the way I felt watching that first half. I didn't think City were good either. Yep. Like, and they just had they have better players than you, and they had Haaland up front. That was the main difference today, I thought. But both teams were rubbish, I thought, which speaks volumes of how bad United are. Like I said, because
they're two different types of quality, though. That's the thing.
Even though we're a poor side, they are better than us. And then what annoys me the most is it's very much people have spoke all summer long, in particular the start of the season, how poor City are defensively, and we didn't test that.
Yeah.
We didn't test it until last stages of the game when they're up 3-0 is when we had any sustained pressure on their goal, where they're giving us the game's gone. Basically, the game's done at that point. It's like, and if we would have scored, it's like, all right, you get a consolation goal. There was no comeback. There was no belief.
This is what I feel like as well. It's like, when you read out the stats after you're watching on it, and it's like a lot of the stats came in the last kind of like 15-ish minutes when the game was dead anyway. Like sometimes like that's what I don't like. Like, obviously, you do sometimes go back and check what the stats were, but I need to know it in the context of how I watched the game. And when I watched the game, it's like a lot of these stats came at the end, closer to the end of the game, when the game was dead done. City's just trying to see the game out, and United just desperate to just try to get something in it. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, it was dead, to be honest. Like, I'm kind of glad that Barcelona played at 8, because the football today was kind of dog.
It's not as like proper Manchester derby that he used to, and even from the
I don't really
Manchester
care
City.
about it, to be honest.
Like, you know what it's just like, even when I watched when they went 3-0 up, like, I saw a lot of Man City fans just leave the ground with like more than 10 minutes to go.
The game's done. The game been over.
Hey, I mean, fair enough. You don't want to deal with traffic. Fuck it.
All right, the game had been over. Like, it's a wrap. Like, the show's over. Like, and that's what it has been. That's why when they panned to the ownership, I know Ratcliffe was there. I think Wilcox and Barada was there. I believe so. Someone correct me in the chat.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah, I know Ratcliffe there because they panned to him, and I've seen pictures, but obviously I don't know if it's from today. I'm presuming it is. I don't want to see you lot looking miserable and glum, because this is on you lot. I ain't hearing none of this shit. You lot have the power to. You lot had the power to avoid this, or at least attempt to avoid this. You lot stuck by this manager. You had all the evidence. I keep stating this. You had all the evidence to sack this guy in the summer. You chose to keep him. So therefore, all of the results that happen not only fall on him, they also fall on you. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's why I ain't hearing none of this nonsense. That's why when people try to say, oh, it's only 4 games, I say on the flip side, what would the conversation be if Manchester United had won 4 games? If we would have beat Arsenal, would have beat Fulham, we did beat Burnley and beat City today, what would the conversation be? If we was cohesive and looked well and playing well, it wouldn't be it's only 4 games then. It would be, oh, look, you lot are wrong. All he needed was a preseason and some new players. Now they understand his system. All of this rubbish. People are talking about top 4 charge, top 5, top 6 with him. People praise the loss after Arsenal. Imagine we won that game. If you look at the response, you wouldn't know who won and lost that game if you didn't know who was who. From the general consensus, the way that performance was praised. And bear in mind, our stats against Arsenal are not too far away from the stats today. What's the difference?
Not much.
We actually created more chances against City than we did against Arsenal. But the difference is Arsenal was shocking and they only beat us 1-0. City played at a better level and won 3-0. Our XG, people want to do the XG thing. Our XG was higher today. We created more chances today against Manchester City than we did against Arsenal. So where's the praise for that? Where's the praise for the City performance then? We had more of the ball than City overall. Like, to Jez's point, most of that did come after the 3rd goal, but still.
No, but flawless is that you are right. It's the way that United performance against Arsenal has gotten so overhyped. Like, I remember saying to you that night or the day after that, is it just me or is that everyone overrating that United performance? Because I heard after we beat Arsenal the other week when Szoboszlai scored the free kick, I heard some United fans saying we played better against Arsenal than what Liverpool did against Arsenal. I'm like, so fucking what? Who walked away with 3 points? You know what? That's the
maddest thing about it. Because I remember because me and Flores was going crazy on people, like on the show, when people was talking about the Arsenal performance, and I was literally saying, like, well, I've seen those performances under Ange, and he's gone. He's at Tottenham now. So what's your point of, like, yeah, the performance was nice, and it's like, I'll be honest, I'm like, I may be on a different energy. I don't know why this season, but I'll be on anybody who even condoned that performance. You kind of to blame as well why I'm inspired here now too, to be honest. Because if you would have just had that same energy and said, like, yo, this ain't good enough, and you had that loud energy from day one, maybe you could have been gone maybe from now. But a lot of man allowed that performance and say, let's him go and work on from there. And it's like, then people was trying to gaslight themselves for doing Fulham, and then Crispy is kind of too late now. And then you go and beat Burnley. So it's only really like one game when like everybody damn near turned, and this was against Crispy, and then you win against Burnley, and that kind of like ain't no noise about the manager needs to go and shit like that. Well, I'll be honest, the reality is like, yo, like, when you really, if you really don't believe in the manager, like, I just don't get that. If I don't get the whole point of, like, give him like one game, give him that one game and say, oh, first he did good there. But then the next game is like, shit, nah, never mind. He needs to go. Nah, fuck it. Stay on the same opinion. You can stay on the same opinion now. F off, bro. You can have a good game. You can have a good game, yeah. If you thought he played well against Arsenal, cool. But don't scream about it. Don't be on the timeline about it and just like, this manager was so good. He coach Arteta. Nah, if it was me, I would have said, yo, get that nigga still out of here, bro. If that was me.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think this goes back to that Ryan's point about the performance while we're like, for example, Ryan just described it like the United play better football than Liverpool, but result-wise, Liverpool was winning 1-0.
I'll be honest, but the football was dog shit too. Don't get that mistake.
No, it's not even that. Like, no. Just missing the point. The thing is, general consensus said that we don't care about the performance. Like, let's stop looking at the performance. And I think in this league right now, like as we approach that game week 5 in, it's all about grinding that results in. If you're winning, but you play bad, no one cares about it. But if you play good, but you're still losing, there's no point to talk about it, really.
It's because it's because the excuses before you go, Duncy. With football, because there's so many variables and there's a manager and it's 11 players and it's a squad and ownership and people will always come up with excuses. There's excuses that like people still now, even after that game, will still come up with excuses. Grimsby the same. Arsenal was the same. The ending to the Premier League season was the same. The Europa League final was the same. That's just 4 or 5 results off the top of my head. Never mind man management. Never mind lineups. Never mind substitutions. Never mind the things I'm talking about here, the basics. These are the very, very basic things I've spoke about right there. It's nothing complex. I got you, Lex. Give me 1 sec. Nothing like that. And people will still find a way to defend his manager. Why? I'm at a loss. I get it, but I don't get it at the exact same time. And it's ridiculous. And people still...
Can I say something?
Go on.
To all the members of my fan base who last summer, in summer 2023, were saying stuff like, oh, get Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards out because they didn't sign Manuel Ugarte. Hold that. This is why you lot aren't sporting directors and they are. Literally. Liverpool were offered the chance to sign Manuel Ugarte last summer and they said no. And you had some of our fans online saying, oh, what Edwards and Hughes doing? We need a DM. What are they playing at? Hold that. Literally. No, it's true. It's fully true. Liverpool got offered the chance.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying I didn't know. I believe you because it sounds like something a fan base would do. I just didn't know that. But go on, carry.
But they said no. Yeah.
Hey, props to them. What I'm saying. Props.
Yeah, what you say? Don't see.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't think the last 4 games Man United have been great or been good at all. It's just that you don't need the opposite team don't need to be good to beat Man United. All they need to do is just outscore them because one thing that's guaranteed is United ain't going to score no goals. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like this year when you put everything down in the metric, we put the GA, the shots on goals and shots on target, not just shots at goal, shots on target is very low. Do you know what I'm saying? They string 3 or 4 passes together, but then that's between defense and midfield. When they get to the final third, you saw it today. We saw like Bremo, he should have scored a goal. What's going on there? You know what I'm saying? So like it's not that Man United have been playing good football. I don't think they'll be playing football at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't see a system of play at all. Right? You might talked about the Arsenal match. Yeah, to be honest, Arsenal was trash. Yeah, I get it. Arsenal was trash. But United weren't that better. All United did was retain the ball a lot better in defense to midfield. Because we saw when it came to the final third, they didn't do anything. They had, 2 shots on target, if I can remember. And golden opportunities or anything like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what are we judging it on? Are we judging it on how well they played or if they score a goal? Do you know what I'm saying? Or are we putting everything together? Because when you put everything together, Man United still look bad. They look fucking horrible. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Like, some of his players ain't his players or anything like that. But it's a simple mistakes that they're making. It's like, did they train defense? Did they train the midfield? Did they train attack? I saw friggin' Fernandez walking past players, bro. Walking past players. Man United, I saw Man United have 3 or 4 corners, and they never went past the first man. Are you crazy?
Yeah,
this is supposed to be like the set pieces were bad, bro. Bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like the goal that Haaland scored, the last goal that Haaland scored. Like, come on, man. We like our defenders. Okay, my defenders are better than most. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
this is so to a high level. I'm sorry. That's so funny. Never go around.
Mate. Actually, mad man. Yeah, did you know it's Haaland scored that last goal? Do you know it was a good goal, right? Yeah. But I'm showing you, any other team in the top 4 would have stopped that goal from happening. All of us. Do you know what I'm saying? Except you. That's debatable. That's debatable. You know what I'm saying? But then with Man United, it's just, yeah, cool. You look good in moments. You did a little flicks and tricks and, you know what I'm saying, back heels and all of that, yeah? But then you lot are still on -3 goals. You hit me? You man are still on 4 points, yeah? And then people are trying to say, you lot played well. Like, I just don't see it. I really don't see it. You hit me? Because
you know why you don't see it, Dunsey? Because you're a smart individual and you're not emotionally attached to it. That's why you don't see it. Go on, carry on. I'm still listening.
You know, bro, I just think people are scared to say that they got it wrong, to be honest. You hit me? Because it's like this, right? When last year October, when Amran came in, everyone was having parties, all these Man United frauds were smiling and all the rest of it, right? And they was backing the manager as they should have. Is what I'm saying. We've all been there, but then you can see that he can't even get back-to-back wins. Since he's been in the Premier League almost a year, you're telling me that a team like that can't get back-to-back wins. This is Man United, for fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying? Did you know what it is? Before I was laughing at them, but you can't laugh at them no more. I kind of pity Man United. You know what I'm saying? Because as bad as our clubs have been, we've never seen this kind of football being played because Man United aren't playing football at all. All it is 11 men on the field, yeah, looking like fucking numpties. And then you had a guy like Sesko. Cool. Is Sesko getting set up to fail? Yeah, but I don't think he's that good enough going forward. He's like a level above Højlund. And like, look what happened with Højlund. You hear what I'm saying? My man's got 003 goals already. I'm not counting, bro. That's bad, man. Do you know, it's United ain't in the mud. It's just that United are fucked, bro. They are fucked. You might need to get rid of that cancer, blood. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what happens when cancer spreads.
And they gonna keep him. That's the crazy part. Big up to my guy Eddie, man. Says Eddie versus Ruben at the O2 Arena. Call Eddie Heard to set it up flawless. I know you're connected. Unfortunately, no. Otherwise, I would set it up, man. So big up Eddie every single time.
Just call me in it because I know someone that owns O2. I can get you into the box list as well.
What's the price he's saying?
I can ask someone to kind of like lend it because I know one of mine's, you know, let's just say my friend's Anne, like.
So you thought you'd only share this information now?
Yeah. Well,
you can get a box.
Wait, how long have you known this friend?
Oh, it's been 2 years.
So you thought you'd only 2 years in, not hearing talking to me on a weekly basis and not go, hey, you know what? I can pattern you with an O2 box.
My DMs are different than yours, man.
This guy is fucking crazy, you know. You don't think this is useful information, yo. I should knock you out myself.
This guy actually from family guy.
This guy is it. What are you saying, Lex? You good?
Where dealing?
Blessings, man. Blessings. Big up Sorrowfell for the super chat, man. Says if I finish 8 of my 31 tasks at work, I'd be fired. No, you should be given more time, man. Because you don't have the right equipment and the right environment to do your job. Sorrowfell. But big up for the super chat, man. I appreciate it every single time. Now he said, I'm fighting him, keep the box for the homies. Yeah, you trying to fight? Yeah, Eddie you left a watch along today and told you all you need to know. Well, big up Eddie, shout out Sheik as well. Big up to Black Diamond every single time. United fan base deserves this. Ineos and Sir Jim wiped the hole in the Glazers and these fans backed it. Embrace the suffering now. That's funny, that I can't lie. Big up, man, every single time. But I do agree with you. Who is it? Who said it? Yeah, Red Devilish. I've been saying this. I don't think the sacking is as close as people think. That people think he's a game away or 2 games away, I don't think so. I stand on what I've said and that I think it's not the next international break, the one after. Shouts to Karma as well. He needs a performance improvement plan. He just needs to leave. He's terrible, for real. Big up, man. Big up every single time. You lot, run up the likes, though, man. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button because we're only at 60 likes. There's over 340 of you lot in there. Let's get up to 100 likes. Hit the subscribe button on the channel as well. Why, Andy? I think Amorim beats Chelsea. Why? Your
God.
thoughts on that fact, actually? Because you lot play us next. You confident?
Which are Chelsea blood?
I swear, I thought I just finished one of the bogey ground in the league. Now I'm gonna go to the second one actually next week. Bruv, we haven't won there for about 12 years.
That's about to change. You going?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Yeah. You gonna see it? Yeah.
So yeah, man, there's some bad juju's gonna happen.
We're about to get beat by both West London clubs, man. Fuck.
No, it's not even that though. It's just that from us, like I'm just. You know what? It's something from what I was saying that something's weird gonna happen. I don't know why. It's maybe that juju that we haven't won there. It's the curse thing, isn't it? Like I would classify Old Trafford as one of the bogey grounds as well, like alongside.
I get that.
Brentford, and then I would say Etihad as well. So James's spot should be up there.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day,
Manchester.
Back in the day, we had Tottenham used to be our bogey team, and they're bogey
really.
ground. Oh yeah, 2006 to 2012. That was one hell of a 6 years. We haven't won literally those couple of times, but we only beat them in the FA Cup replay.
Right, fair enough. Nah, I've not even seen him, Eddie. Warrior J put tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's a new day. I'll deal with it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I can't even be like shout out to Warrior J. He dropped the links he dropped the comments in the chat. I was just like, all right, whatever. So he told me a couple of them. I was like,
if you like
you're just trying to wind me up at this point.
Hey, Garnacho last minute goal. Oh my days!
That might be it, man. Actually, no, they'll still keep him, even if that happens.
For which team though? I mean, because he did contribute to the Brentford goal.
Oh, fuck off, Jess. I blame that. I blame that for fucking set piece coach, innit? That was awful defense.
I hear you. Sorry, I hear you, Warrior J said that's about to change, flawless. I'm not. Nah, you should be confident going into this.
We said this every year, every time.
I hear you. That is true. I hear you. It ain't been this though. We've been bad at times when but not here. And bear in mind, a couple of them times it's been new managers. So we've had the new manager bounce. Not last year. The 2 seasons before that, was it not new managers? Or one of them was the new manager.
I know Ollie's one, and then
because even Rude was the 1-1. Yeah, that was last season, right? Caicedo scored the equalizer.
Rude was that early.
And then Ten Hag was a new manager bounce. So
yeah, it wasn't Ten Hag.
Hey, to Andy said Chelsea's defense shaky. They said the same about City. They said City's defense was shaky.
You see the parallels, man.
We don't see
where you guys get actually not guys. Where you get new stuff from, bro? Like I need some of that because like this fan balls be killing me sometimes. I need some of that stuff, man. Because it's like we literally had this conversation literally before international break. It didn't happen, and we have this again. It hasn't even been a day yet. We haven't even hit 12 hours yet. Where is this coming from? Chelsea's defender is shaky. Yeah, so did City. Everybody dunked on City at one point this season. This is the first clean sheet this season. No, this should have been the first clean sheet because against even Wolves gave them more of a harder game.
Wolves did, yeah, they did.
This should be the first clean sheet of the season. I'm sorry, bro.
This guy on the right hand side just only conceded 1 goal. And that is a set piece. Like they haven't conceded from an open play.
Yeah, so like that's where I'm at with it. Like I was again, like Jess said, this is the same shit on repeat. Like and the United season or series is just the same shit. It's like watching, like I don't know, if you watch Power's season 1 and 2, you have an idea of how it's gonna go in season 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because it's a similar patterns, man. They have the same thing. They got a villainous character that they've got to overcome in some shape or form, and they have problems, and they're forced to sell drugs for this said character under duress. Yeah, the character changes, but I'm saying is the storyline and the plot is very similar.
You see that. In hindsight, you should be more prepared to consider that we're going to go away to Munich in midweek. You should.
That's true. I said that on Saeed's channel, and they shut me down for that. Nah, actually, who was it? I know the chat did. A couple others when I said we have the preparation advantage in that. Because you lot are traveling out to Munich and we're only playing 1 game a week. So we can train and plan and prepare for you lot for the rest of the week.
Well, wasn't we last season? I swear when Spurs was playing United, I swear we had like a midweek game in that same prep.
Hey,
no man, you guys had Europe as well. This is the
we can have Europe, so we got more time to prepare and train and plan. That's what.
You know what's funny thing is here, because you remember we had this conversation about like how, and I said this was time ago. This is probably like 2-3 months ago, and I said how 1 month having like a whole week of training is not overrated unless you're mid-table or relegation team, because the more time you have on the training ground, the more it gives the manager to think about things to how fuck things up. In my opinion, right. And I remember Conte season like
telling me it might not be an advantage, Jez, is what you're saying.
It might not be an advantage just because you're more often on the training pitch doesn't mean like you're gonna go and just get the tactics like that, because you want to play much, which is funny because Amman said this team not ready to play European football, but the reality is to be able to understand your tactics and to get a better feeling of it, you want to play twice a week. You want to play 3 times damn near a week to get the games into you, to get the feeling of how you want to play as a manager. This 1 game per week nonsense just only helps mid-table teams. It only helps relegation teams.
Nothing can help Amarim, brother.
Now I'm talking about just from an overall standpoint. How it benefits those teams more rather than teams who actually want to be competing for stuff. Like if you want a team that wants to be competing, even just being in Europe makes much more of a difference than just having 1 game per week. I think that's more of a benefit, even if it was Conference League. That's why I was arguing Spurs fans years ago when we had a choice between finishing Conference League or letting Villa get in that Conference League spot. And a lot of Spurs fans was telling me the same things that United fans were telling me about. Yeah, but Jess, we can have one game, and we can have 1 game per week. And you saw how that worked out. That shit ended horrifically.
No, I hear it.
So
what you're telling me, Jez, is if you can't get your ideas across and tactics across mid-season, a whole pre-season is not necessarily going to help that.
Shit, if you, I mean, I told you earlier, it takes 5 months apparently.
And it's still not working, so it's more than 5 months.
And it's five, not the pre-season. I'm talking about five months of the actual season.
Oh, 5 months of the season. Right. I hear you. Sorry.
I think so. Like by the time the season damn near over, then when all the points are dropped. But at least you're understanding the system, bro. And you know what's funny? You know what's funniest part as well is how your fans trying to compare Amman's situation with Arteta. Don't see that's in front with Arteta the day he came in, but shit, at least even Arteta did better than him when he came in, and a huge difference between him when Arteta came to Arsenal and Amman is that this was Arteta's first managerial job, taking over as a manager. Amman's coming in after years of experience at Braga as second team coach, assistant coach, and then main team coach, and then going to Sport and be there for like 3 years as the main coach. So he's been coaching for some time, longer than even Arteta did. So where is this? So it's not even like he's a rookie. Like Arteta was dead as a rookie.
Far from a rookie. Far from. That's why experience is, like I say, is one of the most overrated traits. Because it doesn't necessarily mean you're good. You can be experienced and be terrible. You can be a rookie and be of a certain level, or inexperienced and be of a good level. Because he's definitely experienced. How many games you managed? Like before here, never mind here now. Like people always say that.
I think he coached like over 100, like sporting alone over 100 matches because and
now you've managed 50 matches or whatever it is. Like
exactly, this is what I was trying to say. So it's like you can't even. That's why I say I don't even get the point why people try. I know I get it because people are just trying to cope, but trying to even compare Arteta with him is hella shameless to me because there's a lot of context that you can apply. And Arteta still did better with a worse squad, you can argue. Shit, this was them times when Arsenal was running around with Sokratis and Denmark. Hector Bellerin. Shit, like, don't even tell you.
Don't pretend like the man never have Aubameyang and them man, brothers.
Don't even tell you about that, about the Arsenal team. And it was worse than the Man United team. Let's be real.
Yeah, easily worse.
So, yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. When you actually go into it, it doesn't even make sense that people are trying to compare him to Arteta.
Because you know what it is? Just because people will reach for anything in regards to it. Like, rather than just point out just the lack of quality, the lack of skill, just the lack of everything that's any good. That's what it is. That's why you're here. And you mentioned it, just you hear all the excuses in the world. Because we heard it. And it was crazy. I was told this season, no more excuses. And then 4 games in, fuck that. 1 game in, after the Arsenal game, all I was hearing was a bag of excuses. Oh, the players didn't do this. The players didn't do that. They didn't take their chances. They didn't create enough. Arsenal are a good side. They're defensively one of the better teams in the league. They're chasing the title. It's only 1 game in. So it's like, all right. So how come I thought it was no excuses. But if we would have won, it would have all been great. That's why I don't get it. And now I'm hearing still now there's still excuses. They've lessened a little bit because more and more people are like, yeah, this guy's not it. But they've lessened, but it's still a thing. Even now, like Saeed was saying it on the last show, there's still people talking about, oh, these ain't his players. What? Still? All right, man. Okay. Big up.
By the time he gets his players, you're not gonna be playing Bristol City.
Yeah, and then even what manager gets all his players straight away?
I know. You tell me.
I've never seen that.
Shit.
No manager gets their players straight away. None. No one manager going into a new job gets a brand new 11. Brand new 25 or 22 or however many players are in the squad. Many players go in and get a brand new 6, 7. It's like 4 or 5 max. And then it's earned off results like, all right, you can do well with this. Let's add more. But you've added more talent and Manchester United have gone backwards. That's what really I'm just like irked by. It's like, you're actually bringing in good players. They're actually talent. But then it don't translate to the pitch. Go on.
Yeah, do you think he might have gone backwards or do you think he stayed the same? Because just remember, he came through after October. So could you imagine him at the beginning of the season? Do you think he'll be pulling out these same results? Because if you calculate your points right, the reason why I say that is because let's say you get to the equivalent of 3 points every month. You man's got your 3 points against Burnley. You know what I'm saying? Your next 2 matches is looking bleak for you. And after your next 2 matches comes October. You know what I'm saying? So has he kind of done the exact same thing that he would have done last season? But it's just the difference is because he's starting in September or August.
I get what you're asking.
And not at the end of October.
That even in the short space of time, I think the performances are worse. I think our performances last season, don't get me wrong, were dreadful. I think we are worse this season performance-wise. And that takes some doing. So forget results, because the results, what is it, 1 and 4, like, all right, we're around the same. But I think performances are worse. Because I think there's a distinct lack of belief. Like, there's certain games you look at in a manager's reign and go, oh, this is where the manager got sacked, or this is the time. Like, I seen that today. And I was like, oh, shit. Because before the game, the whole conversation was, it's a Manchester derby. It's a game to get up for. United have been better away from home against the Big Six. Look at that. That's our worst performance in away to a Big Six side in a long time. I'll just say under him. We went away to Arsenal twice. We went away to Liverpool. We went away to Chelsea. We went away to Spurs twice, I think. That was the worst one. All them ones weren't good, by the way, that I just mentioned, but today was clear as day as the worst one. One of the Spurs ones in particular was really bad. The Arsenal one in the league wasn't the best, but there was something there. Today, there was none.
Oh, you're talking about the League Cup?
Offensively, like, there was nothing. Yeah, when we played during the League Cup.
Yeah, in the Cup, and like until we started battling it ourselves, it was literally us the whole game. It was also bad, but
I can at least say there was fight there. I think we lost 4-3.
Yeah. You guys, what's it called? Just took hell advantage of the errors that we made, and then buying the apartment at the end with the corner.
So some of them was bad, and someone might argue me down and go, "Oh, we wasn't." But what I'm saying is like the lack of belief there. The others actually genuinely think there was belief, but I also think he's performing worse as a manager as well than he was then. So that adds into it too. So I'm just like, all right, cool. But the board, they seen it. They was there live. It was you know what? Now I think about it, it was the Aston Villa game for Ten Hag all over again. I don't think the whole board was there, but the vast majority was there. Because Ratcliffe was there, Wilcox was there, Berardi was there. I'm sure the chat will let me know if there was a couple others there. But now that I think about it, it's very similar to Ten Hag at Aston Villa. The game we ended up drawing, and then obviously he got sacked the game after, I think. So, whatever, man. But you lot run up the likes, because still over 350 of you lot in here, and we're only at 72 likes, people. Only at 72 likes. Get up to 100 likes. This is the best in the class and area, flawless. Yo, Black Diamond, I hear you, man. Trust me, I hear you, without question. Who do you guys think are winning the league? Dante, you got winning the league, as Mondo's asking.
I've got Liverpool winning the league, bro. They're better than everyone else. It's as simple as that. No matter what kind of game that they're having, they can score goals, and they're not conceding a lot. So you know what? I said it. What is it in pre-season? My pick is Liverpool, and I stick by it. And now they got Isak. Well, God help us all. This is what I'm saying. If he starts firing, or when he starts firing, that's the question. Yeah, Liverpool winning the league. The rest of us are going to be bridesmaids and all the rest of it. Is what it is.
Yeah, what you saying, Fats?
I think
this guy said I can get an O2 box and didn't tell us. This guy.
No. I think as it stands,
that's annoyed me more than hammering. This guy's crazy.
No, that's the Family Guy moment. You know when when there's like a random guy, he just tells you, "Oh, you should know that I have this," and then why didn't you tell us?
This guy knows I'm a boxing fan as well. This is the crazy part. He's been on streams when I'm talking about boxing in depth. This guy's crazy. Go on. We'll talk about
as it stands, Liverpool's to lose now. Even though the last few games that they scored last minute goals, but hey, who cares? It's all about that grinding that results eventually. So
that's what he's saying. I know. Actually, I know his answer. But yeah, let's go Liverpool winning the league. To ask Mundo. Anything you want to add on top of that, Lex?
On top of the only thing we need for other right now is that, bro, I'm not going to put no more show with Tony, dog. Them man, they're idiot, dog. That's all I have to say.
Hey, Lex, what happened? Talk to me, brother. What happened?
Next time you want to invite me, Tony, I'm not come on the show, dog.
Bro, the man... Go on.
Dog, the man, first thing last night, the man started blood clot show. I try to talk about, like, I move like film bigger than anybody else. I talk about, I go on shows with this guy and I go on shows with that guy. So who is Lex, brother? Forward and talk football, brother, because this are the smoke where you know one. And then when him talk a beer fuckery, it's like, me can't, we're not, the man not try to talk sense, bro. I'll just be a fuckery him depon, like, me can't bother with that, bro.
Fast.
I have enough issues in my fucking life. I deal with fucking Tony, dog. Man, not no sense, dog. And him not try to have no sense either. That's the worst part.
What you saying, Ryan? You ain't spoke, but I already know your answer. We ain't spoken depth, should I say? I'm saying Ryan. I'm asking Ryan. It's for the super chat.
Yeah, I think we do it. Yeah, because we're not playing well at the moment, but in a way, I think when you're trying to incorporate, quite a few new players into the team, and you're kind of in a transition phase at the moment, and you're still winning games, even though it's, we're not playing well and we're kind of leaving it late. We're still winning games at the end of the day. And also, I just feel like the more they play together, I think things will click. I think at the moment you got Salah and Wirtz who are off form. I still think those two will come to form at some point. It will click. I think one thing that's been really good last couple of games is 2 clean sheets in a row. Because obviously after the first 2 games, there are a lot of question marks over us defensively, conceding the amount of chances we were. But, 2 clean sheets in a row. Last 2 games, we've barely conceded any chances, actually, against Arsenal as well. So I think that's a positive. And also, when you've got, your kind of secret weapon to add in Isak, that's only going to make you better. Because as much as Ekatike's made a really good start, I think you've seen in the last couple of games that I don't think he's ready yet to be like the first choice striker.
How many minutes did he get? I missed your game. How many minutes did he get?
He came off at about 70 odd 80 around that.
No, Isak? When did he get on? Sorry.
He didn't play. He wasn't on the bench today.
Oh, no. Okay.
Slot said he's going to play against Atletico.
That surprised me. I thought he was going to get minutes. Sorry, go on.
Slot said he wants to play him for more like against Atletico. He wants to build up his fitness. So he said he's going to be involved against Atletico on Wednesday. But yeah, Isak didn't come on. He wasn't on the bench. So yeah, but I think I think Ekatike's last 2 games has shown that why we needed Isak, because I think Isak's that Premier League proven kind of world class level of quality, consistent quality that he'll give you over a whole season. Um, so he's that guarantee of goals. So I think that's a weapon to add into the team. So yeah, I think once it clicks for Liverpool, which I think it will, I have full trust in Slot. At the end of the day, Slot's earned my trust after last season. At the end of the day, he's earned all of our trust after last season. So yeah, I'm confident we win the league. Even though Arsenal are looking quite good, I still think we're better than them, especially as the games go on. So yeah, I'm quite confident we win it this year. Yeah.
Better manager. What you saying,
Yeah.
James?
When start Isak though, that's the thing.
When we
He said
start him, I don't know, maybe in a couple of weeks, maybe. But I think, yeah, maybe in a couple of weeks. You need to
actually,
build him up because
Yeah,
he's not even trained with he's not even trained with teammates barely for the last 3 or 4 months. At the end of the day, let alone actually played really any games. So you can't just throw him in, you know. So that's what Slot said. So you've got to manage him at the end of the day.
what's the call? I should, because obviously I didn't watch the game either. I missed the game, and obviously I saw that shit. It took like a penalty at the end to win it. So I want to actually ask about that game real quick, something. But um, I still think Liverpool win the league. But it's kind of like goes kind of like my question, like what was it? What was it? Why Liverpool was struggling to get it going, and why do the Liverpool fans? Like, I'm asking the question specifically more to the Liverpool fans since it's their team. Why you guys think that Liverpool has necessarily? I don't think Liverpool has been poor, but you can clearly see something ain't clicking at the moment in time, and it
Um,
shows by the performances. And because obviously before we go, because I've been obviously making the point already to the Bayesian pops already how
big up
I
if you
think
have.
and this was kind of like my point and to why even and I kind of convinced Sai into the idea why I felt like Liverpool needs to go and get another midfielder and somebody who's more of a controller in that midfield because in the first 3 games, I felt like there was an issue where Liverpool one don't keep the ball well enough. Hence why you was having so many basketball games and teams can go and get you and get goals like that. Obviously, you have done better. You have done better not to kind of make sure that you don't get it. But it's been only 4 games, so I have to see how it goes from here on. But I also feel like Liverpool one, you don't keep the ball well enough, or you don't move the ball fast enough, and I feel like it makes it easier for teams to defend, even though because you have so much quality, you can just power yourself
Yeah,
through. Like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
that's why I'm asking the question. Like, what do you think is why the team is struggling to click? Because there's so many things that I believe, but I can't necessarily back it as of right now because it's very early in the season.
No, I hear you. I think it's weird because it's been 4 games, but the Bournemouth game, I think we really missed Gravenberch a lot in that game. A lot. I think, by the way, Gravenberch in the last 3 games has been fantastic. Like, genuinely been really. Today, he was on a different level to everyone else on the pitch today. He was amazing today. But like, I think first game of the season we missed him a lot, so we didn't have that natural kind of six because McAllister and Szoboszlai, I think, played in the pivot that day or played in that day, and both were always ahead of the ball. They didn't really know. Weren't really disciplined enough, I think, in those positions. I mean, ended up getting hit in transition all the time that game. Newcastle was always going to be a tough game, especially with going away to St James's Park, especially on a Monday night. It's always going to be tough, but especially in the middle of the whole Isak stuff, it was always going to kind of go into a different level. And yeah, we got lucky that game, but when you were going to win that game, it was always going to be an ugly win kind of thing. But obviously, after the first 2 games, it was the biggest question against Liverpool was conceding too many chances and conceding goals. So I think against Arsenal, like Arsenal were kind of the better team first half. They had but they never really created anything against us in that first half. Really, Alisson didn't really have to make a
Hey,
save.
Ryan, do you know why we didn't create anything? Because we had 3 fucking DMs on the field. That's why we didn't have no
No,
number
I hear
10
you.
inside.
I hear you. But I do think it was a bit of our plan just to like make sure we don't really concede any chances because I think Slot knew he needed to we needed to get a bit more confident in our defending and just get a bit more stability in. And then in the second half, we grew more into the game. And yeah, we got to go through a moment of magic in the end. But, we got the win at the end of the day. A draw would have probably been the fair result in that game. But, fine margins at the end of the day. I think today was a weird one because we controlled the game from start to finish. You know, what was it? Possession, we had like 80% possession. Like Burnley weren't a threat at all. I don't think Alisson had a save to make in the whole game, to be honest. Like, it was once we got the ball, our build-up was okay today. It was once we got into the final third, it just wasn't clicking, really. Maybe that's because of you got Wirtz and Ekitike, 2 new players. They're still trying to build chemistry, especially, you know, in the attacking areas. Salah's been really poor start of the season as well, which is a big thing. He's been really poor. He was really poor again today. So Gakpo pissed me off as well today. Even though I think he's had a decent start to the season, but he pissed me off today. So, yeah, today was just a case of the final ball really lacking. Burnley defended well, don't get me wrong, and, you know, they were really compact and, you know, they defended really well in a low block. But, you know, at the end of the day,
Ryan,
yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off here. What about Wirtz? Because, like, after 4 games, right, he's been piss poor, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
When are you lot going to start actually questioning this transfer simply because the money that you lot paid for him? You know what I'm saying? You don't got to take that into account as well, because it's okay. Take away the Arsenal game, right? The other few games you would have seen a little bit of something. But in my opinion, like he's been one of your worst players on the pitch. He's just been a body. So what's happening with that? Why do you think that is?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, yeah, you can have the whole settling into a new league thing, which I understand to a point, but at the end of the day, we know how good he is, and the fact is there's a lot of expectation. I mean, he should have done a lot better at the end of the day. I think second half against Arsenal he did better. I think he did well that game, and I think he got better in the second half in this game. But no, it is a bit of a worry, to be honest. I do still back him to come good, because I think he's got so much quality there that I do back him to come good. But yeah, no, he does deserve criticism for his first few games, because he has been really underwhelming.
Can I jump in? Because this, I think, because always Flores knows, like, because me and Flores, we sometimes speak backstage now, both speaking about Liverpool and Liverpool when we just talk about football. And I was talking about, for example, Viertz. I think Liverpool got a situation. Not that it takes blame from Viertz, because reality is that when you buy somebody for big money, and there's big expectation on somebody he's gonna get heat, and he's been getting a lot of heat. So it's not like out there from Liverpool fans, I think he's getting a lot of heat from people. And if you don't believe it, go to Twitter and just type his name. Jesus Christ, I woke up and I saw oh my days. But I think Liverpool's in a situation where, one, they're trying to figure out how to play with an actual true number 10. That's a big issue. But the issue is if you play with a true number 10 like him, you're supposed to play through that number 10. But the issue is Liverpool plays through Salah more times. So who do you play through? Like, because I think I saw a statistic today. About off-ball runs and off-the-ball movement and shit like that. Yo, that's Szoboszlai. And remember when Szoboszlai was playing in a number 10 for them?
Yeah.
So you spent like 115 million pounds or some shit, whatever, to make Wirtz play the Szoboszlai role. I'm looking at the Gakpo for me and saying, like, yo, you have to figure it out how you can make Salah coexist with this team, while also you can get the best out of Wirtz. Because when I watch him play for Liverpool and how I watch him play for Leverkusen, it's two different two different sides. And
I think
one thing as well before we go, right, I think one key aspect that I think a lot of people forget is that under Xabi Alonso, they used to play with 2 number 10s. Obviously, the ball goes more way through him, but they used to play with 2 number 10s. The formation was completely different, and I don't know. It's not like, for me, it's not like I'm looking at Liverpool. I don't look at anybody's in the Liverpool attack and think they're actually been great this season. Also, Ekitike, I feel like Ekitike, and you can argue Gakpo, but even then, the Gakpo,
I actually think Ekitike's start's been a little bit overrated by a few people.
I heard it, but if you just go based off just like basic understanding, I think you could probably say Ekitike start's probably been the best in the attack, and then out of that, I just feel like everybody else in the Liverpool attack just looks woeful, in my opinion.
No, I agree. Salah's been really poor so far this season. Really, really poor. I think with Florian Wirtz, I think when I watched him in I'd say the first 2 games and in the first half of the Arsenal game, he was sort of being allowed to go anywhere he actually wanted, whether it was to even collect the ball off the centre backs. And it was a bit of a mess structurally. But then I think in the second half versus Arsenal, he was told just to play a bit more higher and be a bit more disciplined, and he was a bit more today. And I felt like that improved us as a team. But I feel like Florian Wirtz did his best work today, in particular, in kind of the left half spaces where McAllister usually gets the ball. And this is why I was thinking today, and I said to a few people in a group chat I'm in as well, is McAllister and Wirtz suited to play with each other? Because I feel like those two are best in kind of
No, I don't think
when
so.
they occupy the same areas. That's the
I don't
thing.
think. I personally don't think so.
We're going to find out. Before you, man, carry on, though. Run up to
Yeah.
likes. 77 likes. Run us up to 100 likes. Ryan, TJ super chatted you off.
No,
So,
but
yeah,
can I say one more thing before I
go
go?
on, one more thing. Go on. One more thing. Go on. Say your piece. Go on.
But with Florian Wirtz, it's like when McAllister went off against Arsenal and Curtis Jones came on, Wirtz grew into the game more because he was allowed to occupy those spaces more. And the same today as well. McAllister goes off at half time. And our best period of the game came for about 20 minutes after half time, where Wirtz was occupying those spaces, and it was all going through him. And that was when the best we looked throughout the whole game. So that's why I'm thinking to myself, our most balanced midfield right now is probably Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz. To be honest, I think McAllister's been poor, by the way. I think he's been shocking so far this season. And I've never been a massive McAllister fan. Flawless knows that. Like, I just feel with McAllister, he just gets a bit overhyped in everything he does. I just think he's a good player, and that's it. I think he's replaceable.
Yeah, I think
Like,
he gets his
genuinely.
ratings now. I thought he was overrated when he was at Brighton.
He is overrated.
I
People are saying he's our
gets,
best midfielder and that he's better than Gravenberch.
I think he gets
Gravenberch
his
is
general
miles
down.
better than him.
That's
The
crazy.
real question is he world class?
No way.
Yeah,
No
people,
way.
$4.99. Bring Ryan back, people. Ryan, blessings, big up. I got
Yeah,
under
big
the
up,
super
big
chat
up.
and the rules, man. Blessings every single
Right,
time.
right.
$4.99 people to kick anyone off the panel. You want to kick me off? It's 50 people. If you want to kick me off for the entire stream, super chat £50 people. And Dunsey and Jez will take over the show, people. Hey, big up TJ for the super chat. He says, easy money, bye, Ryan. Big up Dunsey, F. Chels for messing up my parlay. I might have to change that. I've not done that ruling in a minute, but TJ actually asked. He says, Liverpool and Arteta fan, bro, can't stand it. Arteta is a generational manager. Ryan, crazy. Hey, someone pays 50, I'm gone for the stream. You know what I'm saying? Dunsey and Jez have got it. Someone drops a £50 super chat.
But what happens if somebody pays to get me and don't see out and then gets you out as well?
Oh, it's in the hands of Fats. It's just Fats by himself. It's last man standing.
Hey, bro, end the stream, Dave. End the stream, Dave.
Yeah, it's Fats last man standing. If that's the thing, you can't super chat the last person off. You feel me? That's it. I might have to up the prices, but yeah, literally, that's not on me, by the way. TJ asked, look, man said how much the super chat to kick him off stream. So I said that. I need to actually double check that. But yeah, if someone pays 50, I'm going $4.99 for everyone else, people. And then you can bring people back as well. So $4.99 to bring people back as well. But once if there's someone super chat,
can Ryan bring himself back?
Yeah, you can super chat himself back. Yeah, you can bring yourself back to life. You want to super chat yourself back, fine.
Yo, come like a sensu beam, brother.
Yeah, man, like a sensu beam.
On a quick thing, bro. Like I'm saying, energy in that.
Facts. That being said, facts, my friend. Mr. I can get a box at the O2, but don't want to tell us until 2 years after. Thoughts on Brentford 2 Chelsea? That has rattled me. Brentford 2 Chelsea 2. And thoughts on the upcoming match against Bayern?
I thought the lineup itself was questionable.
I really said I can get a box at O2, you know.
I have no idea why James and Cucurella were on the bench. And he overthought it because he was thinking about the Bayern Munich game a lot more than the Brentford game, which is understandably so, but you leave the backline exposed massively. You start Fofana on the right back. It was awful yesterday. That first goal by Brentford, I wouldn't blame Tosin whatsoever. Fofana is completely out of position, and Brentford literally just exposed our weakness there. And then when we brought on Palmer, Cucurella, everything would change. And It was good. It was good second half, but right again, it's just like I knew something bad. I knew there's some juju at that ground was going to happen, but yeah, at the wrong time as well. It's annoying that we haven't won there for about 4 years.
Wait, did you not win at Brentford last year?
No.
Unless it was a home game that they won, but let me check actually. I could have sworn
against Brentford. I swear
I could have sworn they would have won that too. Hold on.
Let's see.
We drew 0-0 twice.
You drew 0-0 the last season.
Yeah, Drew say Fats was probably there, so me saying that to him is probably Go on, Fats. Carry on.
No, we drew 0-0 twice. We drew 2-2 twice.
Shout out to the Brentford.
Yeah,
well, actually, 3 times we drew 2-2. One of them is at Griffin Park.
Yeah, you lot. Wait, when's the last time? Yeah, last time you lot beat them there was in the League Cup in 2021, and then you beat them in the League 2021. Jeez, you're right. Mad thing. Yeah, you're right. I didn't realize your record there was so horrendous. 4 years.
I know we haven't lost there, but it feels like a loss still.
Yeah,
it's a loss.
People say about influence, man. We seen where Garnacho learned that. You know what I'm saying? Not checking his shoulder.
Influence.
Yeah, man, we don't do it today. We know where Garnacho learned it from. Not checking his shoulder.
Influence like Chris Brown, bro.
No. I know some people trying to get a Garnacho, but that people has the right idea.
What you mean? Some people? Of course he's still playing this ball.
It wasn't fully Garnacho's fault. It was more of a set.
I can agree with that, but he's still a fault. So why are you defending him like this? Shit, like it's like. What you mean? I'm just saying. Well, then tell me. Try and defend him, bro. Try and reason with me why we shouldn't play him.
The thing is, if you look at closely, there was about 5 players trying to get that first ball in here.
I agree with you. It's not solely his fault. It's not solely on him.
But why? This exactly. But that's what I'm trying to say. Why are you saying? Why are you being defensive when he was at fault as well? The other 4 idiots could the other 4 idiots could have defended better. But if the 5th idiot looks back one time, they don't score. So exactly. So it's like I'm gonna blame the other 4 idiots, but I'm gonna let off the other idiot for just not looking over his shoulder.
You're gonna let the 5th idiot know, even though there's 4 idiots in front of it. Yeah, I hear that. That's facts. Yeah, 110%. That's a fire. I'm gonna quote that. That is fire, yo. Man said, yeah, there's 4 idiots in front of him, but if the 5th idiot would have checked his shoulder, you would have conceded the goal. It's facts. It was horrific from the 4. I think it was Reece James. Was it the 2 centre back?
There was a lack of communication in some ways.
Yeah. Well. Also, I think your goalkeeper's to blame too. Come catch the ball.
Yeah, but remember, but this was the first throwing was literally the same thing, and I feel like Brentford knew that. It's a tactic when you do it multiple times. Like they specifically targeted the area with the long throw, where we thrown into the situation because we know the goalkeeper is just not going to come out there. It's a tendency thing, and you kind of gamble. If the keeper comes out there, cool. You maybe go with a different type of long throw, but they probably knew he's not going to come out. So let's do it again, and it paid off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 110%. Like you right, you spot on. 110% spot on. Like, and yeah, people don't mention the goalkeeper, and that's why I don't even look at these fugazi stats in regards to the goalkeeper, because that won't be classed as his mistake. Is it all on him? No, but you're 6'6", you can catch the ball. It's a long throw into the box that's going into the 6-yard box. Bulldozer your way through and catch or punch the ball. Simple as that.
That's kind of weird.
Hold him accountable. Sorry, go on.
It's kind of weird because why? Like, because I personally feel like every goalkeeper goes through like the same training regime. So it's like for me, like, see, for example, you saying he's 6'6", right?
Yeah. Someone told
like,
me 6'6".
Yeah, like let's say he's 6'6", yeah. I can understand if you're like 6 foot, 6'1", like let's say you're like a Riot height. Like no disrespect, man, but he's a midget in goalkeeper's eyes, in my opinion. But I can understand then why you then not good coming out the goal, because it's like there's probably like 3-4 man taller than you. But if you're like 6'6", bro, you have no excuses not to be good at coming out of your box. So it's like I'm asking the question, like, what is going on in training? What is going on with you, like not being able to do that? Because like like even with Luis was terrible. Luis was terrible at coming out of his box, out of his line. But then what we used to do then is, okay, how can we hide it? By making our set pieces so we can protect the goalkeeper. So it's like, okay, one, what's wrong with the goalkeeper? And two, what's wrong with the coaches not being able to kind of set things up? Because Brentford is going to come into games abusing every set piece routine that's possible.
Yeah, you spot on. 110% spot on. And it's like you said, it's just the goalkeeper. It's like it's just accepted. Like, all right, there's going to be long. If it is a team you're facing who throw the ball long into the box, keeper don't come through. Because I don't think keepers are dominant enough anyway. Like, I don't think goalkeepers in general come and collect crosses when they should. If the ball bounces in the 6-yard box, I'm looking at my goalkeeper.
That's what I'm talking about.
The 6-yard box on my goalkeeper is 6'1", 6'2", or above. Even if you are 6 foot flat, your reach is normally bigger than somebody jumping or can match it. You can literally go and catch the football or punch it clear. And even if you clubber into someone or clatter into someone, chances are they won't give a penalty. But if someone touches you, you'll probably get a free kick. Goalkeepers are super protected.
I still remember last season, Onana literally punched that Fulham defender.
He clotheslined him. That was the clothesline from hell from JBL, and they didn't give anything.
But there's a little bit of penalty. Like United would have lost drew their game if they would have gave the penalty.
That's the craziest part. But if he would have done that, if that Fulham player would have done that to Onana, I guarantee it would have been a foul. If he just clotheslined him.
It's a red. It's a red, bro.
All right, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I tried. That's what I'm kind of saying. Like, one, it's just like, why is it a thing where like, if it's so, I'm trying to just figure out the conversation. So it's like, when you like goalkeeper coach, it's like, what, like you're gonna go to the player and like, I'm trying to find out you as a goalkeeper how you are, and you say, yeah, I'm not good at coming out from the goal. So it's like, okay, we're not gonna work on it then. I'm just like, okay, we doing the saves, the parades, and all that, but we're not trying to train on how to come out of your box. Even Vicario got better at it now. So it's like, what's going on? Like, what's actually going on there? Like, why is nobody trying to help the keeper with that? Or why is the keeper not trying to make a thing about himself? You know what? I should maybe become a bit better coming out of the line, but it is what it is.
Because it's something not expected of goalkeepers. That's why. People don't expect it of goalkeepers. Clubs clearly don't.
I feel like in modern day, I think you should be. Like, to be honest, modern keepers.
It's more about playing out from the back.
Literally.
It's more about that. Like, what are you good at? What are you not good at? But you lot, big up nephew in the chat as well. Big up everybody else locked in currently. Make sure, get your questions in, people. If you're a member of the channel, get your questions in. Run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. All of that good stuff, people. We're here for another 20 minutes or so. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sundays. As per usual, make sure you subscribe to Don's channel, Donversation TV. The link's underneath in the description as well. Let's see what else you lot. Let's see if I missed any questions. And yes, thoughts and prayers with the Ricky Hatton family. Apparently his cause of death was you crazy, but you crazy with that second part Black Diamond. But R.I.P. to Ricky Hatton, man. You know, one of the best.
R.I.P. to him as well. Yeah.
R.I.P. to Ricky Hatton. Thoughts and prayers go to his family. One of the best boxers their country's ever produced. And actually, Mayweather versus Hatton in terms of fight, one of my favorite fights of all time, and the build-up as well. My favorite build-up. Favorite 20. The 24/7 was like the 24/7 is so good. I've gone back and watched the 24/7. For those that don't know, the 24/7 series is in the lead up to the fight. They follow both fighters, like training camps and lives and how they make weight. And them two going back and forth was hilarious, man. The press conferences, legit. Super fight. Go on, Dunsey. What was you going to say?
No, I was going to say, Perez got to him, bro, because he was an amazing fighter. This is what I'm saying. And he was supposed to be doing a comeback fight. That's what he was training for, trying to get himself in shape. So it's crazy that this news came out. But you know what? Yeah, he was a great fighter, and you just got to feel bad for his kids. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know they're set for life, so they'll be all good. You know what I'm saying? Good people around them, they'll be all good. But you know what? Yeah, fuck Chelsea. Yeah, first and foremost, Fats, you're my guy. Fats, you're my guy. Yeah, bro, you're my guy, blood, yeah.
Fuck him, bro.
My guy, man, you had the chance to pass the box at the O2 for 2 years. Fuck you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, live in London out here, bro. Yeah, man, love boxing. Yeah,
facts, yo, and he knows this.
And now you're saying about this box thing, blood. I would have
serious. And now look at him looking dumbfounded. Look like you don't know what you did. Huh?
NBA General, we will be there now too.
Oh, are you sure? I'm saying you might shout one of your other brethren or something. All right, first.
Yeah, of course.
Shout some gal or something like that. That's what you gonna do. Look at me thinking about it now. All right, which gal am I gonna shout for this? See, look at his face.
It might be the German.
I said, getting hella giddy.
He's thinking about it. Yo, what is going on? Yo, Steve messed up the layout thing. I need to change that back. But yeah, all right, we'll talk off air facts. But where was you gonna go? Hey, Solomon, we did mention, well, Jez and Ryan spoke about it as well. But yeah, I remember. Let me get to it. Because you mentioned it about, can we ask about 004 Viertz yet? I don't know how he played today because I didn't watch. But
I didn't watch this one. I didn't watch the game, so it's hard for me to say it. But just
in the next show, I'm sure Pops and Barnes and Crab will talk about it more in depth. But I think he's just adjusting to the league. And I don't think Liverpool, and Pops mentioned it earlier, when I've watched him, I just moving the ball quick enough. When you're in the 10, you need the ball as early as possible behind the midfields, behind the opposition's midfield and in front of their defense to create. So you're trying to get assists, trying to score. And I don't think the ball into him is good enough, even though he needs to be doing more when he gets on the ball. Yes. So that's where I think it is with Wirtz. And also they're playing in the athletic league as well, with some of the most athletic players in central midfield, or even if they're not athletic, they're tenacious.
But do you think out of the games that you have watched him, do you think he has struggled physically though? Because I don't necessarily think he has struggled physically. Like, it doesn't look like to me like, yo, he looks out of breath, or he doesn't look like it's not, because Wirtz was never a type of player that tries to physically attack like a opposition. It's more like you said, receive the ball, find the space to put the ball through balls and stuff like that, put the cross in and stuff like that. But it's the thing is like Liverpool, but it's rather how Liverpool used to be. It's like 100 miles per hour, or trying to be a bit more, being more direct. Well, I feel like players like him, you want to be a team that's a bit more calm. Like, kind of like if he was, for example, City, for example, is the prime example. He fits a City team, for example, where like it's a bit more calmer. It's like there's so many combination plays and stuff like that, and this is why you want to make sure you have somebody in those positions where he's technically so gifted, where he can make them the moves happen. But with Liverpool, like I said, I believe they're using him like it's Sobosla still. Well, like, yo, I'm just here running around. I'm making the runs behind the striker. I'm making this run and that run. But then, meanwhile, the ball's at Salah, and Salah's probably shin kicking it out for a goal kick. So, I've seen Liverpool fans say it's going to be interesting to see how Liverpool looks once Salah leaves for AFCON. I don't think they're going to be massively different, but it's But the fact that it's a conversation where people are asking the question of, yo, we low-key just want to see the team without Salah. It's the fact that this is a conversation is an issue for me. Because they're supposed to coexist all together.
What I say in regards to when I say physical, not so much that like he's struggling like stamina wise. I'm just talking about when I say the pace of the game and like his agility and balance doesn't look like it's looked previously.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like you've got like Cole Palmer does it. He's probably the best example of it. You'll see how the way Cole Palmer is extremely skillful. But notice how he gets away from players. Like he'll drop the shoulder and he'll spin, knock the ball around one side, go over. He's got that little bit of acceleration. Whereas with Wirtz, it doesn't seem he has that. Like, all right,
I feel like he got.
But maybe that ties into them not getting on the ball. But he just don't look like him. That's what I'm not trying to say.
It's just based.
But go on.
Oh yeah, this is what I said. I think one we live in the era where like everybody's expecting you to come in and immediately be the impact there. Like I remember, like expectations. So it's like for me, if I'm Liverpool, I'm not playing into this whole narrative anyway. Obviously, tribalism, this is what's gonna happen. Because I remember Chelsea fans, and Fatou will tell you, Chelsea fans was calling Caicedo dog shit the first 6 months. And look, and this was a player, who was playing in this league.
Oh, sorry.
Some
Chelsea fans did, but I really feel like
he was poor. He struggled heavily. He
was not good those 6 months. And then he started turning things around. Bro, like the guy even said, look, I'd rather want to play away than games at the Stamford Bridge. I mean, shit, I don't want to play the Stamford Bridge as well. Look how small the stadium is, but but like Lego Stadium and that, like Lego Town, but
Lego Town.
Shit, but so So I mean, for me, it's like, so you have guys like Caicedo struggling to kind of get things going. Like, don't get it twisted. Just like me even trying to sit here and say like, yo, this first guy can't is are you saying that this first guy will come good? I'm saying you need to give it more time if I'm Liverpool and you're trying to figure it out as a team, because as I'm saying, I think even though yes they're winning games, it feels rather more to the fact that it's the individual quality rather than the team performances as itself. And I feel like Liverpool need to find this cohesion. It's like the same with Arsenal. Arsenal need to figure out the cohesion with how to play with Viertz now. Because they never played with an actual quality striker where there's an expectation to have. Like, let's be honest, you never had the expectation on Havertz or even Jesus to come into the team and score goals.
Yeah,
so
that's
what I'm trying to say.
You see, the only thing with that is, for me, it's more because Liverpool are the reigning champions, yeah. And everyone else's pick. They're basically every like one in. I mean, what's it? 4 in 5 people that you ask will say Liverpool's going to win the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, apart from the idiot fans that we've all got in our own fan base, right? So this is why I say that is it more of a price tag thing, or is it that he needs more time? If Liverpool wasn't the reigning champions, I get that, and that's the difference between, let's say, the Caicedo at Chelsea to the Wirtz at Liverpool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Chelsea didn't come off winning the league when they bought him. Liverpool have, yeah. And the price tag that they bought him for, knowing that because I'm just going on the metric because a lot of people say, do you know what, my brother? Caicedo played in the Premier League, so they've seen him week in, week out what he can do. Wirtz, they say that if we're going on the notion that the Premier League is the best league in the world, yeah, and no other league can touch us and all of that bullshit that these woke arseholes like to say, yeah. I'm going to go on that notion, right? So he's coming to a stronger league, and he hasn't looked that great to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He hasn't looked that great. So how many games are we really going to give him if he's going to give us performances like this? Because it's okay, it's all good giving us glimpses, but you're in a number 10 role. You know what I'm saying?
I 100% agree on that. I'll say this to this. For me, if you ask me the question how many games people should give him, you can give him as many games you want to, in my opinion. Like, if you want to go and stand on him from day one, go ahead. Like, it's like even if this was a player for Tottenham, and I'm seeing Vibe pay big money for him, but I'm saying there's certain things that affecting him of not being able to play at his best. And people want to start asking the question. I'm saying you cannot go and ask the question now, because the reality is, like, you're 100% right. They are the reigning champions. You come in with a big expectation that if you coming in not only because of your quality, but also because we want you to make sure that we come in and we can dominate properly. So if people want to question it, I don't really have an issue. And shit, I'm literally involved as well. I'm literally standing on Twitter anytime I get the chance to. Like, fuck it, I'm in for this. But at the same time, it's kind of like when I'm taking kind of like my goggles off and I'm looking at just what the situation is without looking from outside factors such as they just came off season when they won the league and how much they spend on him. When I'm just trying to look at it from if I was the coach kind of situation, this is where I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, okay, forget how much I paid for him, forget that we won the league last season. I know this is a quality footballer. I know that he has qualities where if we can figure it out and we can get all our other players playing together with him, there's something even better in potential of what we even did last season with the attack. So I'm looking at it as like, rather than me stressing about what the narrative is, I'm gonna be the coach and be like to him, like, yo, I'm gonna manage and be like, yo, don't listen to the outside noise. We're gonna make it work. Of course, there's gonna be conversation. Like, if this is 6 months going into the season, even 3 months, to be honest, even 3 months going into the season, and shit still doesn't work, the noise is gonna be louder and louder. But then again, I'm expecting Wirtz and I'm expecting Liverpool to deal with the situation in terms of dealing with the noise, because in reality, you guys are playing at the top level. Of course, you're gonna get micro-analyzed any moment people see you perform. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, and I 100% agree with you. People have a right to question what's going on, even if it's 4 games. But I'm saying there's probably 2 sides of it, and I'm looking at it from a different view where I'm saying Liverpool should rather worry about how we can make it work without necessarily the pressure from the outside. will we trying to still target what we still want to target? Because I'm seeing people say I see people say like maybe last season's Liverpool league title was just a fluke, and they just took advantage of the fact that everybody was just so bad, and they are ahead of schedule. Well, I'm sitting here saying, what's so bad about being ahead of schedule? That's the whole point. You wanna get to the point where you win the league title, and you want to build on from that, and this is what Liverpool did. That's why there's so much expectation on them, considering how much money they have spent this season. You know what I mean?
Do you know, for me, it's like because okay, Pops, you see Wirtz, yeah, because I know I'm gonna trigger him in it. He's gonna try to put me next session, right? I'm not saying nothing about Wirtz because I think he's a baller, right? But then you gotta ask questions just because I haven't seen enough of him to understand why he got bought by that price. Because it's like this, right? I'm going off the same metric as, let's say, a lot of Chelsea fans did with Caicedo and I did with Rice, because I still don't believe that he's worth that price. You know what I'm saying, of what we paid for him. Yeah. But then the difference is Liverpool won the league buying him. Liverpool won the league buying a name, a big name. If you ask me about Gyökeres, I'll tell you that I want him to score 20 goals, otherwise it's a failed season, simply because he came with a reputation. So let's just say Gyökeres came into the league, didn't score for, or didn't do nothing noticeable for, let's say, 5 to 6 games. I'm going to start questioning him. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, like, you come with a reputation. That's the difference when you come with a reputation or you are a mascara coming into a team. There's a massive difference. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so Liverpool haven't found a way to play him because they haven't had a number 10 since, who was it, Coutinho days, right?
Yeah, continue.
And if that's the same metric, how do you know that Isak's going to come in and ball out then? Do you get me? If we're literally just thinking as tunnel vision as that.
No, it's true. But you're right though. Like, there's a possibility that, like, we all expecting that Isak can come in and they can make a role, but there's a possibility that Isak can come in this season and he maybe flutters to deceive. Like, that's why I say, just because you're great somewhere doesn't mean that you can show the same greatness at another football club, especially when the expectations are higher. Like, this is probably is this the biggest club? This is the biggest club Isak has been. I was trying to, because Isak has been at a lot of clubs, so I was trying to think for a sec. So there is the possibility that Isak can't be great. It's like, if you just go on based off what we heard and based off what we have seen from these players, you would think that it's gonna work out. But at the end of the day, it's all about how it's gonna be like once you see it. Like, we thought like when United bought Pogba, we thought Pogba was gonna come in and poop, and you saw how it ended up working out. When you look back, do I think Pogba was a flop? Yes, but you can also look at it and say there was a lot of factors that play into the fact of why Pogba couldn't get anywhere close to how he even played a club like Juventus. Like, I'm seeing people. I saw like a Juve Pogba comp the other day, and I saw people quote it and say, like, if he chose Real Madrid at that time over United, we would be talking about like a top 10 midfield of all time maybe right now. But this is what it is. We don't know until we see a player move. So, like I said, it's still very early. That's why for me, I'm not necessarily on that train of making hot takes and stuff like that. But if people want to do that, I don't really blame people for doing that, because everybody, like, because you are right, Wirtz came from the Bundesliga with an insane reputation, and for somebody who watches the Bundesliga, I think all the things that people said about him coming into Liverpool are right, but he's not showing it. So if you're going to be one of the people that questioning why we haven't seen anything, you're in the right to say that.
Agree. Yeah. Just hey, go on, Dante.
Yeah, no. It's just that because like when I've watched Liverpool, because I rate Liverpool highly, and take away all the bias of the football or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I've never actually had a problem with Liverpool, and the way they kick ball. They've always been a talented team where they've had good players. You know what I'm saying? Like just how you like how you admire Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? I actually got a little suspect for Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they've had the Owens, they hit me, and the Gerrards. You get me? They've had a good few ballers. And just like what you said, Jez, because he's had a major reputation in Germany. Major reputation, do you get me? And the fact that so many clubs wanted him, right? If Real Madrid want you, You know you're a baller. It is what it is, bro. You get me? It's plain and simple as that. This is why I'm asking that question. I know it's gonna come good, yeah. But then, how long realistically, and how do they fit him into this, construct him into this team? This is what I'm saying, because it hasn't worked so far. So who are they going to take out and who are they going to put in? And that goes the same way with Isak. How did they make this team work? Is it a thing where they might have to put Salah on the bench, which we know they're not going to? Would they have to take Ekitike out of the bench? Are they only going to play one pivot? Are they going to play like a 3-5-3 or 3-5-1, whatever it is? Like, how is it going to work?
3-5-2. I feel like United are playing a 3-5-1. Trust me. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so
I feel like United are playing with a man less. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So I was talking about Man United there. Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah,
big up to
triggered. Like this idiot here talking about I can get a box at the O2, you know.
Hey, Fats, you know he's never gonna let that go for a couple of weeks at least.
Ever. I am never, ever letting that go. Ever. The way he just casually dropped it as well. Like, how much? I know someone. The hell do you mean? Sorry to cut you off, Dunsey. Like, he's heard us speak about, but he's been on boxing watch-alongs with us.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah.
He's heard us talk about this shit in depth. He's in the group chat when we're talking boxing. All right, sorry, go on, Dunsey.
All I was saying is that what kind of system are they going to play? Because this is going to be a tough one for Liverpool to try and figure out. Because they're constructing an amazing first 11, like attacking wise, right? But how are they going to get all of these powerhouses in their club? Because there's a lot of players that's actually been playing better than, let's just say, a Wirtz right now. Yeah, who's going to miss out? Yeah. And this is actually what I want to know. This is what's going to be intriguing for me, like, because when they get it right, you know it's going to go so well, because they can't keep trying to score goals 88 minutes plus, because sooner or later, like, other teams will start hitting them exactly the way they've been doing, so forth. They're not always going to get the handballs, right? So who are they going to look at? Because the last few seasons, let's just say they've looked at Salah. Salah's been piss poor. Fair enough. He's got the goals, yeah? Penalties, whatever. Fair enough. But on the actual gameplay, he's been piss poor, bro.
Oh, he's been dog shit. He's been dog shit.
Yeah, so like I don't understand what are they gonna do? Who are they gonna drop? That's the questions that I want to know. Answer.
But that's the thing. Though. That will all go back to the manager, and this is why I say, like, you brought these players in. Like, for example, you asked the question earlier about how what's worth that money, and I don't think so. Shit, they could have gone and just get Shirky for like 35. Even though and it's gonna be a hot take from people. There's gonna be people crying in the chat. I think Wirtz is a better player than Shirky.
Okay,
but if you gonna go and pay, but I don't think the gap is that insane where, like,
for the money
if you for the money with the money of how much they paid for Wirtz, shit, I'd rather see, can I go and get Shirky, or can I look for anybody else who's of similar quality but cheaper?
Yeah.
But Shirky went City, and then they probably felt like there's nobody else that we currently trusting in, so let's pay the money for Wirtz. But if you're gonna go and pay the money for Wirtz, they're just gonna come expectations from not only your own fans but also from people in the media, whether it's rival fans or Sky Sports or TNT. This is where the expectations all gonna come from, and you did the same thing with Isak paying that much money, and then you bought all the other pieces that you bought, and you just came off a season where you win, and you had, especially when you had a window as well, that this was a really unprecedented window for Liverpool as well. So it puts extra pressure on you to go and perform. So it's something that Liverpool never been in a situation at, but it's also on them to figure it out. The reality is, we as fans can make a timeline on how long it should take, but the reality is, it's all on Liverpool making it clear, like, how long do we want to give ourselves time to make it work.
That's fair. I think that's thoroughly fair. And I think because they've been winning games, there's been less conversation about it because they have been. And people expect it to click. I am also people. Like, I expect it to click for them. Do I want to be wrong? Yes, but they're winning games playing not very well at times in games. Obviously, today, can't really comment. I heard it wasn't the best, but they're 4-4. Yeah. So if they're winning games and going 4-4 playing not well, what happens when they start playing average? Like just an average 5 out of 10 level. What happens when if they play above average 6? What happens if they actually start playing good? Or they start playing great if they're going 4 and 4?
If they ever get to a situation where like they can play like Barcelona, where shit, we can play as high as we want with the high line, but we're still gonna smoke you 6-2, bro. Over for the league. This was the potential is there, but it's on Slot to figure it out. You know, that's the reality.
Yeah. It's on him, and that's why you get paid the big money. This is what it is. Like, it's a great situation to be in regards to, all right, how do I fit? How do I get the best out of Wirtz, Salah, Isak, Ekatike, Gakpo? It's a great. That's a great.
Bro, that's much better than me having to deal with some of the players that I have to deal with, man. Shit. Like, give me that, and then like, we talk about it. But I know you're close to ending in it because you're doing the show in it. I need to quickly talk about this because
I was gonna go there. Anyway, go on, floor is yours.
Oh, why are Spurs fans so in the feelings when people like myself or other people speak about Palhinha? Why? And you know what the funny part is? It's the old ass people, bro. No offense to the old people, but it's the old school people here who defending him. Because this all started from yesterday, from a tweet from a Spurs account, which analyzes Spurs games and all that, and the players and all that. Yeah. And that account was talking about how Palhinha's in this Spurs fan base, Palhinha's importance is way too overrated. Pretty much me paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And Paul, the comments to that, you would believe Palhinha was Busquets? There was literally one comment that literally said that, yo, Palhinha was looking out there like Busquets versus West Ham, and I'm like, come on, bro. I think he had also the start after the game, and I think he only had 6 misplaced passes. Cool, but within the same stat sheet, it didn't say how many progressive passes there was. It didn't say how many backwards passes or sideways passes there was. Why are people thinking? Chat, please tell me anybody at the top level that has a Palhinha type player in the team and actually competes at the top level. No Barcelona, not even Inter. And Inter's defensive, and they don't even have a Palhinha player in their team. It's okay to say that Palhinha is a good option to have in certain matches, but the whole point is here, and this is where I was questioned out in the first half. Why the fuck is Thomas Frank playing Palhinha in a game like this against West Ham? Why am I scared? Why does he have to play against teams like West Ham? Why does if you want to, you can go to the rate real quick.
No, it's cool. No, go on. No, big up Northside for the raid every single time, man. Shout out Northside. Yeah. Hey, before you carry on, Duncy, shout out your channel and anything else you want to add before you got to
Conversation TV. Come on, people, get me to 100 real quick. 3 more likes and all the rest of it with subscribers, and then we move. I might do a show tomorrow, depending on if I can get back in time. Do what I'm saying between I don't know, maybe 7 and 9. We'll see how it goes, yeah. But people, make sure you like and subscribe now. Flawless, you're my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry to hear the news today about you, man, didn't win. You know what I'm saying? Ches, big up my brother as well.
I won on Saturday, so it's cool, man. Don't worry about it. I won Saturday, so, we move.
Oh, yeah. Crawford was a sick fight, innit? Yeah. You wanted that one. Yeah,
I won twice on Saturday, the Crawford fight, so I won twice. You know what I'm saying? Didn't I? Great stuff.
We took about one twice.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean it was talk twice? What do you always call me? Oh, this do and all this. What do you call me? The beep loving whatever else.
The pussy.
The beep loving pussy. Oh yeah. But what do you call me?
Yeah. Okay, do you know what it is? Like, yeah.
Certain teams won in East London. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. The best looking toilet won on Saturday. That's what you're referring to. They won 3-0. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
True say the West Ham Stadium is a toilet bowl. I hear you, but go on, carry on.
The West Ham fans are toilet fans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy. The Spurs fans are just
damn. Mike, come and get that. Right. come and get him. Mike will probably agree with you.
Yeah, Mike's probably will, to be honest. Mike's is going.
No. To be honest, Mike's wants them to get relegated. They're not going to get relegated.
Mike's is going fucking through it, man.
No, it's all good, man. But do you know what, bro? Like, pick up everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe. Fats, love for that, yeah. And Fats, yeah, bro. If there's anything else you need to tell, man, yeah, please don't tell man in like 2 years' time. You hit me?
That's what he's gonna do. Don't see he gonna tell you like, you know what? I've got what's it called? I've got tickets for the Emirates, you know, like by the goal or something like that, front row. That's what he's gonna tell you, and that, like next to Arteta or some shit like that. That's what he's gonna say. He's gonna say like that. Mate, but I'm gonna say, yeah, flawless. I got tickets for the Stretford then, you know, the tier 1. You know what I'm saying?
I have to say this. Some things are meant to be shared. Some things, that's the thing.
This guy, yo,
damn. So you're saying you homeboys can't hook up the homeboys? All right, man. Cool.
No, it's just like
okay.
No,
anyways, man.
But you lot subscribe to Dunsey's channel, man. The links there it's in the comment section. It's on the screen. It's in the pin, not the pin comment. It's underneath in the description. It's on the featured channel page as well. Go on, carry on, Dunsey.
Oh yeah. One last thing, Viertz. Yeah. The only reason I'm sorry for them, man, there because we was once there, so we know how it feels. I'm only saying this because you know what, yeah, us man have got true history. You know what I'm saying? Us man ain't trying to fight no 115 charges. You get what I'm saying, blood? So like I've got to be honest with the honest teams that's in the league. You get me? Not the teams that's got the best solicitors, yeah, that get paid more than man in the league. You hear what I'm saying? It is what it is. But people's manners and respect. Big up, blood.
Blessings every single time, Dunsey. Big up, shout out to Dunsey every single time.
Hey, congrats,
I was here because I want to make it real quick because
we're gonna get back to the Spurs thing. What did you say there?
Yeah.
No, I said congrats to Saeed for 200k though, by the way.
What, he hit 200k?
I thought he said earlier that this is
nah, he hit 190. He's like 10 away or something like that. But shout out to Saeed, man.
I was gonna say I would have seen that.
Yeah, I think he's at like 190 or something like that. Shout out to Saeed. He's gonna hit 200k probably next week. Yeah, he's at 190. Shout out Saeed. Yeah, go on, carry on, Jez. You're talking about Palhinha.
And it's like, and this was brought from Stuman. Like the love just overrated here. Players in our team, they're doing a good job, but it's like you guys alone. And I literally retweeted the tweet about it, yeah, saying how the tweet was going along the lines of like me saying how you cannot have a Palhinha on the team if you ever want to compete in the top level. And there's somebody in the comment, but there's somebody in the comments saying this. There's somebody in the comment pulling up to me and saying like, "Yo, but I don't Thomas Frank can go out there and compete at the top level with these players." Who the fuck said that? Who the hell said that I think this team can compete at the top level? Who said that in the same tweet? I never said that. I said with Palhinha starting in your team, you can never compete at the highest level. You can, and the highest level is the Champions League in the league. Europa League, you can get away with it. Conference League, you can get away with it. Carabao Cup, you can get away with it. FA Cup, you can get away with it. But not with a league and Champions League. And I just want to say, like, and it goes back for me with the manager, to be honest. It's like, why are you scared? Why are you scared of having certain profiles in the team that's holding the team back? And I kind of get it because he's never been here before. Like, Eddie was trying to take the piss when I was saying this, but yo, this is a new level of pressure for Thomas Frank. Yeah, you can sit here and say that Spurs is not maybe as high as pressure as some of the other big clubs in the league, but it's still pressure compared to what you were before, and a lot. I see managers leave after 6-7 games, and some people will tell you it's harsh. I see managers getting sacked at halftime.
Yeah, facts. I hear it.
So it's like this is what I'm trying to say, and I need to go back to this game because I feel like a lot of people boosting about the second half performance, which I think was really good, and we responded really well. But it's another game. It's another 3 out of 4 Premier League matches where we can't start off a game well in the first half. It's a concern for me. I'll be honest, bro. I can't ignore the fact that my players are looking out there like they can't. Against West Ham, by the way, if this was a team they can actually expose us, like Brighton, for example, and I think Brighton will be a really good test. I think this is what we play next. If we're going to play like this in the first half, I think teams are going to expose us. And it's going to be more of a conversation. But I just can't see this no more. And also, one last thing as well. Yo, this manager has to...
you're right. It's Brighton's your next game away.
Yeah, but and this will tell us a lot. That Brighton game will tell us a lot, to be honest, because this is a team between. It's like Bournemouth, where I think they're really good. I think they're really good, but they're also not the greatest. So this is the last thing that I want to speak obviously as well is this manager's lineups, bro. This manager's lineups needs to stop. Bro. Why am I seeing Spence and Xavi on the same side? Why can Udogie not start? I know Spencer's been playing phenomenally, in my opinion. But if it doesn't fit with who you're playing on the wing, what's the point? What's the point of that? What's the point of having Javi out there on the left wing here? Then, in reality, he wants to literally work in the inner half spaces, in the left-hand side, middle, even right, if you want him to. Shit, if you really want to do it there on the left, you have to play Udogie. Stop the Spence nonsense. Again, tell up top. Why is this tell up top thing? Yo, you muted.
Because Jamie Simmons will drift inside and Udogie will go down the outside. I hear you.
Exactly, and hold the width is like it's common sense. You can and just like that, you're overloading their midfield. Bro, you can't overload shit if you start Palhinha, but it's a whole different conversation. Which I will. Again, I want always to have a different midfielder, but you can't get anything in life to say, right? But at least what you have, make it make sense to me. The fact that it only took him now to realize that Burke was actually super important on this team. Well, if Burke didn't have the game that he had against Bournemouth, where he came on and you saw the change, we still would have run with Bentancur, Sarr, and Palhinha. If he did that against, fuck me.
Yeah, there's a time and place for that. If you're not going to dominate the ball, that's that midfield. But if you're trying to get on the front foot and play, it's not the midfield.
Which in reality, 60 to 70% of the time in this league we want to be like. Outside when you play the Arsenals, City, Chelsea, and Liverpool, that's it. So we're talking about 4 out of 20 teams in the league.
Yeah, 4 from 19.
So for me, bro, what's 19?
Yeah, because you don't count yourself.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I forgot my maths. Yeah, I was thinking 19. I was like, that makes sense now. Yeah, so
it's only 8. It's only 8 games out of 38 that you're
yeah. Exactly. So for me, it's like, why is this a thing with you? Why are you so scared of having the idea? Like, and somebody even said to me, yo, just because I criticized the manager, somebody said to me, yo, just got peptified. Like, I'm looking the way Pep looks football. No, I'm not. I'm just looking at it from what makes sense. Why are we making it difficult to ourselves versus West Ham, who've been struggling all season long?
No.
Why? Like, even for me, it's like, shit. Go start off. I'm not even saying dominate the whole game, because don't get twisted. The Spurs team is not quality. If you tell me Spurs finish 7th this season, exactly. So it's not like I'm expecting, like, because I'm out. I think Vikram, big up to Vikram if you're still in the chat, because he was asking, you was gone doing this part of the stream, and he was asking the question like, but what are you expecting? I'm expecting the common sense. I'm expecting the common sense.
Yeah,
why am I seeing things that don't make sense?
Someone, if they can get you a box at O2 to tell their brethren, sorry, go on as you were.
Exactly. Like, for me, it's like it don't make sense to me. Then it just don't. Like, what?
I hear you. We live in the same struggle, but just to a different level. But people, big up, love to everyone that's locked in. Put up the likes, hit the subscribe button on the channel. We're redirecting straight over to the United Liverpool podcast, Barbados edition. So we'll be with Beijing Reds TV, talking more in-depth Manchester United, more things Liverpool as well. Hope you lot have enjoyed this Q&A. Run up the likes. We have gone over 100 likes on here as well. So big up to everyone tapped in. Much appreciated. Big up to everyone for the super chats as well, man. So big up to, let me just get back to it. Big up to Sorafel for the super chat. Big up S Mundo for the super chat. Big up to TJ for the super chat, even though it was only to kick off Ryan, man. Much appreciated. Big up to all of the new subscribers, everyone who's all the members, all the regulars, all the new people. Much appreciated. Everybody supporting Sarcasm City TV. Anyone watching this back after, everyone who listens on the audio platform, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube Music, because obviously YouTube got their own podcast section as well. So I know you'll be listening audio only, but please run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. We're redirecting straight over to the United Liverpool podcast Barbados edition. So before you leave here, hit a like button, make sure you subscribed. As soon as you get over there, hit the like button and get your questions in. Please just keep it Manchester United or Liverpool related. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Rizzy, big up to you, man. I've seen this. Big up Flawless in the panel. Some fans are talking about apologizing to Madueke. I have to see what he does for the whole season first. It's crazy, Rizzy. 2-3 good games and it's apologies.
Apologize.
Apologies. But if he's bad for the Rizzy, if he's bad for the next 2 to 3 games and you ask for apologies from them, it's all give him time. People are on some joke thing, but sports Q&A, a minute. Big up, salute.